All right, so I'm back with another thrift with me. Today is a special day because I'm actually going thrifting with a couple of my friends. They are both part-time resellers, so they can't usually meet up with me during the week when I typically go sourcing in LA. So I came down on a Saturday to see them. Also, Goodwill in Los Angeles is having a leap year day special where two colors are going to be 50% off instead of just one. So one color is just turning into 50%. This is day one of it being for 50% off. And then one I think is from last week. So it's probably pretty picked over, but hopefully I can find some good stuff today and hang out with friends, and we're going to do lunch and it's going to be a blast. So anyways, I thought I'd take you along. Time to go in because it opens in 1 minute.
Okay, so I was the first one at this first store. I am still just experimenting with new stores. So this is a first for me at this location. I can't remember where it was at, but I got there first, got a cart, and it was very, very dead. There weren't many people, which is kind of unusual for me to see at thrift stores. But in my true fashion, I went kind of immediately to the shoe area, started browsing, just kind of glancing over things, and wasn't really spotting anything that looked that exciting. Turned over a couple of pairs of boots to see if there was anything that just wasn't obvious to me just by glancing, and just a lot of stuff that I wasn't interested in. I did end up spotting this pair of Madewell sandals, and I have picked up Madewell shoes before. These are not the first ones that I saw or have seen that have had that issue with the leather separating. So I left those behind and didn't really find many shoes. So kind of a bust. Here's Blake and Margaret. So they finally made it, and I kind of already had a full cart by the time that they made it, but I knew that we were going to go to a few stores, so I figured it was time to kind of sort through. This stack is what I was kind of leaving behind. I did go and put things back in the right spots, but this sweater, the tag looked unusual. The brand does sell, but this was full price, and it wasn't worth it for me to pick up. This actually, I'm really excited. Margaret ended up picking up for herself. So it's the brand Coral. I believe they make athletic wear and denim, and I've only found it once or twice before, and I loved the jacket, but it was full price. The comps were kind of mixed. I think one was 15, one was 25, and one was 50, which means I probably would have only been able to get 20 to 30, and for full price, I left it behind, and then Margaret grabbed it. So I found quite a few theory pieces this day and didn't pick up any of them. Quite a few at this store and other stores later on that day. This is a classic piece. However, I just haven't had as much luck with theory. I've been finding it a lot, and red was a 50% off color, so it would have been $5, but I left it behind. So this I liked for style, and it is a good brand, meaning it is a very expensive piece. It's Trina Turk. And I have tried to sell and have sold some Trina Turk items, but they typically don't go for much, so it wasn't worth the price for me. This one I absolutely loved, and then I spotted Blake was filming, so I spotted him and got him in the footage. But anyways, I loved this piece. It was an Ali Tahari. It was kind of a green velvet, absolutely beautiful with all of the details. The tag was kind of coming loose, but that's easy to fix. Loved it so much. If it were my size, I would have kept it, but not for the full price. And so I unfortunately left it behind. This is a brand I have sold. I believe it's an Anthropologie brand, Tabitha. Again, I loved this jacket. Not the right season. I haven't had high resale value with this brand. So even though I liked the piece, it just wasn't worth me picking up and paying the, I think I'm trying to find the tag, this was 50% off, but even pay that for the wrong season, I just decided to leave it behind. So this one I really liked, and this is a pretty expensive designer, Robert Rodriguez. The fur part was actually, I believe it was rabbit fur. I actually can't remember. It's on the tag right there, but I think I zoom in a second. But again, wrong season, $15, which is not terrible if it was the right season. The comps were not great, and even though it was quality and a really nice piece, I had to leave it behind. But here is another theory item. Again, kind of a classic career piece, but just not picking it up much these days. So I like it. I like the brand. I have sold it. Kind of subtle pinstripes on this. And I think this one was 50% off. But again, even for $1, I'm just getting pickier. This one I actually was tempted to get, and I believe Margaret ended up taking it. This was a really fun theory. Just love the mustard yellow and a kind of a cropped style. Really nice. I think it was a wool blend, kind of a cropped style, but pretty decent condition. It was regular price at $7. So I didn't grab it to resell, but Margaret ended up getting it. This one I really liked, Eileen Fisher linen extra large dress. I thought this was kind of a great piece, but it did have some marks on the front. And even though this may have been able to come out, I didn't want to risk it. So I put that back. This one I thought would be perfect for 4th of July. I do like selling Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren. But I think it was regular price. And although I like the brand, I wouldn't be able to get, oh no, it was half off. So I don't know why I left it behind. I actually don't know. And then I have found this brand before, and I may have picked it up and sold it once before. It's kind of a deceptive label. It looks kind of fancy, and maybe it is an expensive brand. This was regular price, and the comps just weren't there for that, so I left it behind. And yeah, and then I also had this dress that was kind of hiding. It was a Tracy Reese, and I thought it was kind of funky, unusual with the color scheme, and going into spring, summer. But I left it behind. So, and there he is again, Mr. Posh Boss Blake. Okay, so right away you can see at the second store, this is a first that I've seen at Goodwill's where they have a top and a bottom rack stacked. And I walked through and I immediately wanted to get out. I wanted to escape the chaos. I've never seen this before, and it might be great to get more product in, but I was not interested in looking through clothes at that point. Although I did end up going back. You'll see here in a second. I'm just feeling very frustrated. It was not easy to look through. And so I didn't spend long there. So I went back I found an extras bike. So I started getting a little workout in, and Blake was behind me plugging in. It was kind of like a fake fireplace thing. And so I was laughing at him, decided to go take a look at what he was looking at. I think he was actually tempted to get it, but then I believe he said there was kind of a scent that was coming out of it, like maybe burning. So he left it behind, and we decided to head outside. Okay, so we just left store number 2. Goodwill. Okay, so what everyone get?
I got this cute pair of green men's shorts by a brand called G-Star Raw. It's an English-based company, very cute.
Where's the logo?
The logo's here.
Her lighting's probably really bad.
That's
Look that far.
All right.
I got a marine layer.
Oh, how much did they charge you? Oh no! Save the receipt.
Wait, hang on.
Get the receipt. We don't want to litter.
Thieves.
Bad karma. Taxes.
Marine layer.
Marine layer.
Size large. Cotton sweater.
Wait, you guys haven't introduced yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. These are my friends.
Yeah.
These are like real friends. Not like I would be friends with them if they didn't resell. That's how cool they are. Okay, so Margaret?
Actually, they're actual resellers. I'm like a wannabe, but
I mean,
I'm glad to be here.
aren't we all wannabes?
Yeah.
Okay, so Margaret works full time, resells for fun on the side. She's awesome. Blake, and she also does not have any reselling social media, anything like that.
My Posh closet is M Gordon 44.
So go buy from her, is what she said.
I have good stuff.
Yeah. And Blake, who doesn't know Blake?
Hello, I'm Posh Boss Blake, everyone. Hello.
So Blake has YouTube, Instagram. He is part-time reseller, so we don't know how he does everything that he does.
I'm busy.
Yay!
Been busy.
Posh Boss Blake on everything.
Go follow him.
Yeah.
Go follow him. Okay, we're gonna go to lunch. You already showed yours. You showed yours.
Oh, what you got?
Oh.
Let me-
Okay.
The switch.
We'll do the switch. All right. I have not had a good day. I have more in my car from the first store, but this is a Moschino, right? That's how you say it, Moschino.
Sure is.
And it's a tie, and I love the print. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
But you can see the little heart and the little. Very cute.
Very cute.
All right, and that was full price, but it was $2.99. So
We
you
love
know.
a good sale.
And then this one I was like, I don't really want to get, but yeah, I got it. Because I don't find this Anthro brand very often. It's Rosai something.
Yeah.
I can never, it's like Nira or something. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Super
but it's
cute,
just
though.
a really pretty sweater with this fun little button cardigan, kind of a longer style.
And it's holey. It's like perforated, so there's
Yeah.
this is all like holes, so you can see what's underneath.
Yeah, and it's got like a cute little bag. Anyways, so we've not had much luck today, but we're going to lunch. So,
Lunch to feed these bodies.
yay! All right, time to go.
All right, so we got to another store. This is just another Goodwill, and for some reason I ended up in the jeans. Again, I don't understand why I end up in the jeans because I just don't like sourcing them or selling them, but they're kind of easy to sort through, see what kind of brands pop up. So here's a pair of Hudson's, seem to be in pretty good condition. Have the call and flap, but not for regular price, and even for $1, I'm just not picking them up as much. Kind of your typical brands, just variety. LA gets all sorts of variety. So there are some designer pieces, but there's a lot of just everyday brands. Here's another Theory pair of pants. Again, I found this brand a lot this day and didn't pick up any of it. I do like the brand. It's classic. I have sold it quite a bit, but yeah. All right, we checked out. We decided to head outside. It's got that afternoon sunshine glare, and we're just looking to look for a spot so we can say goodbye.
All right. So
Wait.
we just did an outro. I feel like I should just put the bag down. That's okay. Anyways,
fine.
so how is thrifting today?
Good.
It was good from a friendship level.
Good from
but-
a friendship
yes.
level and catch up level.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a little slow going on the actual
And the
product.
actual finds.
I mean, I probably got like 10 things.
That's
think
pretty good. I think you got the most.
I know,
Everybody.
I did, but I was
Yeah.
kind of a little bit on more on a mission.
You're a pro. I mean, you're literally do this.
No,
You are an actual pro.
I don't know.
Full
I don't know if
professional.
I was that. Yeah, I actually had to get some stuff. I was like, I need to pay for this trip.
I got a puzzle for my grandma and a pair of shorts
Oh,
and a
show
shirt.
the Lululemon.
I got this Lulu shirt. It is,
The-
what'd you call it?
I think it's the Swiftly.
The Swiftly. It's
The
like in
long
really
sleeve.
good condition.
Yeah.
It's got some thumb holes.
Size 4. Check my Poshmark closet.
Yes.
Michelle Flake.
And then you got something.
Oh, I got these pants.
I hope I didn't lie to you that they were Aritzia, but I think that's
I
Aritzia
just I
brand.
looked them up and I believe you might be right. But
I think they're
just some
Aritzia.
cute little joggers.
Little jogger.
To Lulu.
I'm trying to show them all.
Like a
yeah.
cuff.
To Lula.
To Lula.
Yes.
I think it's Aritzia, which is one of my favorites.
They're,
So,
they're just comfortable. So
yeah.
I'm
You're
good
dancing?
for-
I'm dancing. I'm watching myself dance.
We've had way too much fun today. So, what is this called?
This is the floss.
Oh,
Because I'm 12.
yeah. Posh Boss Blake, YouTube, Instagram. Your M Gordon 44. Okay, on Poshmark.
Yeah.
She's not on social media, so you know she's like that. If you want more of this entertainment, you go to his channel, subscribe, and we're gonna do this again.
Yes.
So, yes. All right, guys, it's so late. I got home and I have some few things that I don't think were in the video. So I thought I'd show you a few items that I picked up today. So this first item, I believe, is a pair of men's swim trunks. This is by a designer. Well, you can read it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it looks like this brand does quite well. And I'm not sure how I'm going to price any of these things because I haven't done any listing, but you can see the markings right there. Really great condition. And yeah, I was excited to pick these up. I think these were full price, but I'm excited to list those. This one I don't think I should have picked up. I felt pressured because when I was asking Blake about this was half off today. It is a brand that I do pick up and resell, but I typically don't pick up this brand to resell unless it's about $1 or $2. This is a size 12. It's 100% linen. It's a J. Jill black jacket, like lightweight jacket. The problem was when I was asking Blake, like, hey, what are your thoughts? And I just wanted to brainstorm with him and basically have him like throw in the common sense that I know Blake is good for. There was just a random person that walked behind me and overheard our conversation, not even conversation, but just like me asking about J. Jill. And she apparently just kind of like, oh, I love J. Jill. I sold it today and absolutely you should pick it up. And so I picked it up.
I shouldn't have. I know the comps, like I should maybe be able to get somewhere between 20 and 30 for this, but definitely not something I would pick up normally for $5. And as much as I think that person was trying to be helpful, it just really caught me off guard that someone was standing behind me because I didn't know that they were. So, you know, that happens. And then this last item is a button front shirt for men. It doesn't have stains. It just has like a weird, it's not stained. It just like has weird shadows. Anyways, it's Untuckit and it's size medium. I love picking up pink shirts for men because there's actually, yeah, I've done well with them. This is kind of a casual pink and I've done well with this brand. So I don't know how I'm going to price it, but typically with this brand, I do somewhere between 25 and 40 in sale price. And I like the color. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hit the thumbs up if you like these thrift with me's, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.